going well. Hope everyone is managing and dealing alright with all this stuff that's going on. I'm currently in hospital, if you all didn't know. I'm not sick. Oh, well, I don't have the virus, at least that I know of. The hospital's pretty, it's chaotic, but it's also quiet. It's really weird. I've been in for about a week now. Really got about a week to go. I'm gonna put this phone down. It's resting on a bin. But yeah, so back in hospital, usual stuff. It's currently like 2:15 or something like that. Can't sleep. I went to start filming a video the other day and just didn't, I guess. I ended up doing a time lapse of me cleaning up my room and making my bed, and I think I spoke for a little bit just saying what was going on when I came in and whatnot, and I just didn't do anything with it, so I'm gonna try again. I guess just once again give me something to do. It's been quite a while, I guess, and the past two videos haven't been very riveting. Neither will this one really. But yeah, so I had a doctor come in yesterday to assess my arthritis, and they were going to up the dosage of one of my tablets, but it's a immunosuppressant, and considering everything that's going on, she didn't really want to do that unless it was very necessary. And she said that she couldn't really feel any swelling and stuff, and like all my blood tests, which showed the inflammatory markers, she said that they were all good, so she didn't really want to up the dose. And I said it's alright, my wrists have been okay. And she's like, oh, have you had a lot of unexplained pain, like body aches and stuff? I said, yeah, I'm usually in pain pretty much throughout, but it's always usually if my feet are sore, it's because my circulation and my veins are acting up. If my joints are sore, my arthritis is acting up. It's always explained, or at least I think so. She's like, oh, so how have you felt the past couple of weeks? I said, actually, the past maybe 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks before I came into hospital, the last 2 weeks were the worst. I was really stiff, my shoulders, my neck, my lower back and stuff, and then now my foot is hurting, and my knee, I can't really bend down up. Yeah, that's about as far as I can go. I struggle to sit on the toilet. So yeah, it was a lot of pain, and she's like, what was the other stuff, fatigue, and she's like, fatigue, tired, pain, yada yada yada. I was like, yeah, and she said do you have any history of depression and anxiety? And I said, well, yeah, I think so, but nothing's ever been documented, and I haven't been diagnosed. And she's like, oh, okay, well, I said, well, 25 years of hospital will kind of do something to someone, let alone everything else that's happened. So she suggested that I see psychologist or psychiatrist. I always get them confused. She's like, oh, you can source that through your GP. And I said, I don't have a GP. She's like, oh, we can chase one up. And I was like, yeah, I don't have one because I don't have one. I don't have one because I haven't tried. Like, we've tried and it hasn't been that easy. And I'm in here every fucking couple of weeks. So my gastro doctor is my GP essentially. Anyway, she said all these symptoms and she goes, oh, to be honest, from our point, it sounds like you've got, what's it called? Fibromyalgia. And after like reading up on it, I was like, holy fuck, I can't believe it's kind of taken someone this long to, I guess, diagnose me with that. And yeah, after reading all the symptoms and signs and all that, it's like, holy shit. There's about 7 or 8 like symptoms, I guess. But like I just said before, I've got them all, but we always put them down to something else. And to think that there's actually a condition that involves all of these, or a fucking illness, or whatever you want to call it, that involves all of these things. I was like, fuck, we could have started, I guess, treating it a long time ago, 6-7 years or so, maybe even longer. So she's like, because of the pain and stuff, she's like, oh, are you on much pain relief? And I stopped taking a lot of my tablets. Coming up to nearly 2 years ago, I cut out like 95% of my pain relief and all of my sleeping tablets and stuff. So I'm only really on Nurofen and Lyrica, and Lyrica is used to treat that. But I have it for, I take it for my arthritis. And she's like, oh, so she's potentially going to up the dose of that, but I said I was already on like 300. I've got a mate that's on a lot higher dose, but he's a lot older than me, and he's on like other stuff as well, so he's probably used to that. Like, I've taken higher doses of a lot of other things, and I've been okay. So I don't know if they're going to do that or not, and they might follow up on it. And I said I'm on tramadol, which I take intermittently. I just kind of went back onto that because I didn't have anything else, so that's always like a last resort. And then she wanted to start me on one tablet, and she said she's like, oh, it's just a pain relief. And she said then there's a secondary one, which is an antidepressant, but on a lower dose. It's used just as a pain relief. And I was like, oh, I didn't really want to take a antidepressant. And she's like, okay, we'll put you on a lower dose of that. And I was talking to my girlfriend about the 2 tablets, and she's like, yeah, they're both antidepressants. And I was like, oh, well, I don't know why she didn't mention that the first one wasn't, but she worded me up that the second one was, even though I'm not on the dose for it to be considered an antidepressant. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around what I was saying, if that makes sense. So I took one, they started me on it, they needed to check with gastro to see if it was alright, considering I guess 1, my absorption, 2, my levels, 3, if it would react with anything, just a bunch of stuff. So they started me on that today, and I don't know whether it's potentially a placebo effect, but I don't know, I went to sleep, and she goes, oh, one of them makes you drowsy. So I don't know which one that was. I think it was the first one, which is the one I'm not on yet. And they didn't want to start them both at the same time, because if there were side effects, they wouldn't know which one it was. Which makes sense. But yeah, I went and had a nap, and I woke up and just felt like shit. And kind of just been like bleh throughout the whole day. I don't like talking when I know there's people watching. But yeah, Erin came in today and we had a nice brekkie. We got brekkie delivered of like an Easter celebration. Considering everything that's going on, I'm not allowed to go on leave, which has been weird. I'm kind of forced to be confined, as I guess everyone else kind of is. But at least when I'm at home, I can go to the shops and take the dog for a walk and whatnot. Whereas now I come outside and do this. But yeah, I took that tablet and I was just kind of weary. Scared me. After I took that tablet, I was just more cautious and wary about myself, I guess, and I was just focusing on what I was doing to see if, and I guess like if you're looking out for a reaction, like every little thing will kind of be like, oh, was this the tablet? Anyway, I went to sleep and it was like fucking 6:30 or something, and I wasn't getting connected until 8, and I woke up at 8 and I was like covered in sweat. I was like woke up and was like breathing heavily, and like my obs are all fine. I don't know if I just had a nightmare or something. But yeah, I was just fucking like soaking in sweat. I had a shower, cooled off, came outside after I got connected, went back to sleep for a bit, woke up, came down again, and I think now because I had a nap, like I'm just not, like I'm kind of tired, but I guess like I don't know what, I don't have anything else to do tomorrow or the next day or the next day, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, I find it easier to sleep during the day. I don't know why, it makes no sense. But yeah, I just kind of, I'm annoyed that it took this long to figure things out when they could have started treatment, or if you want to call it treatment, could have started something a long time ago. But I guess now it's like better late than never. But then also I don't really want to be on stuff that I don't need to be on. Hence why I cut out a lot of my medicines myself. But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, I just, there's always something. There's always a new fucking thing. There's always something that changes. Oh, that's not a lot. Things have been going well. I think that's also what's upsetting me. Things have been going well for so long, and now there's another thing that we have to deal with. It was like I've been dealing with all this stuff for years, so I guess now like treatment might help, but I don't know. I'm really kind of indifferent about it, I guess. I definitely don't really want to see anyone. I've been offered that numerous times. I just find it easier to talk to people that I know, but then at the same time, if you talk to someone you don't know, who it's their job to talk to you, but you know, there's no judgment, there's no, like there's barriers and confidentiality and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know, I just kind of upset, I guess. Like I've always kind of known that there's some inklings or signs of depression, but when they tell you that you've got something else because you have depression. It's kind of like, oh, I know it's a weird feeling. It's hard to explain, and I don't really need to explain it. I don't think I'm just trying to explain it to everyone else so I can explain it to myself. But yeah, anyway, sorry, this video's 15 minutes. Fuck, time always goes so quick whenever I'm rambling on. But yeah, I guess I'll keep you all posted. Oh fuck, I don't know, man. I'm just kind of over it.